Yes, yes, yes.
I'm gonna cry. No, that's not gonna happen. Doesn't make sense. It's so weird.
This one is about the story.
Hi! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, karibu sana, karibu. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down there and the notification bell to get notified as soon as I post a new video. You know you want to watch it. Anyway, so let's get straight into the video of the day today. But before we do that, have you watched episode 6? And the topic of the day today is
Honestly, like, to be honest, one of those people who didn't feel homesick at all. I didn't miss home. I didn't want to go home. I think I was just fine with being in a new environment and just experiencing new stuff. So homesickness, no, there's no one point that I really wanted to go home or really missed home. Did I get lonely? Yes. Oh my goodness, I felt so lonely, and especially for the first 2 months, it was quite difficult at that point because you're trying to fit in. It's a new environment, you totally know no one, so it can get lonely. Like, it got quite lonely, and I was living with a family, but still, yeah, it was quite lonely even then.
or homesick. Yes, I do. Like everyone, yes, I do get lonely, especially when I came here. Those are the loneliest of times. I don't know, it was just very, I've never been, I thought I used to live alone until I arrived here. I've never felt so alone, like alone, like solo, see. Like, there's no one, there's no familiarity, there's no home. There's just you in this new world, in this new country. You know no one that closely, you know no family, you have no friends. It's like starting a life all over. Okay, of course you know a few people, for example, like your teacher, like your prof, your teacher, that's the first person you meet. But people who there's no more people who you grew up with, there's no parents, there's no classmates. It's just you and a whole ton of French people. So yes, at the beginning I did get very lonely and very homesick. And yes, I still do get lonely, especially during these times of Corona, but who is not lonely? Yeah, but it's not that bad. And I've learned that sometimes it's good to be alone and actually just take time for you and you alone. Yes, and I do get homesick. I miss home. I really miss home. Yeah. One of the things that I found helped me to overcome my loneliness was music. Music is a food to the soul. It is. Especially when I listen to music that I used to listen to at home. Oh my god, I feel so, I feel so much better. I feel almost closer to home. So especially when I used to get like extremely like lonely, I listen to music, or I call friends or family. Like, I just call people randomly in the middle of the day. I video call you and we have a talk and everything. Or probably I go for a walk outside. Being inside 4 walls tends to exaggerate your loneliness, because you don't see anyone, especially because I live alone. So you don't really see anyone around. So going outside and taking a walk reminds you that you're in the world with other people. And yeah, that really helped me overcome my loneliness. Music and talking to people on phone. Those are the two main things that really helped me overcome my loneliness.
So to overcome the loneliness, I cried. Well, I'm such a crybaby, so I cried sometimes. And I listened to a lot of music at that time because music happens to be therapeutic. So when you listen to music, you kind of feel much, much better. And then I called home often. I would call my family, I would call my friends, I would just tell them how I'm feeling, and yeah, they were so supportive, and yeah, that really helped. And my prof, the one who was my contact person here, she was quite nice. Like every time I would tell her I'm feeling lonely, she would be like, okay, I'm coming to pick you up, and she would take me for coffee, she would take me to restaurants, like, or just go for a walk and talk. Yeah, she made it a little bearable. She made it better. Okay, so another way I made sure to overcome loneliness was making sure that I had activities going on in my life. Like I would make sure there's no one point that I have nothing to do. I went for salsa because I dance salsa, so I went for salsa in the evenings on Thursdays and Saturdays sometimes. And then you just find things to do. I went for Café de Langue. It's I think most towns have it. That's where you meet people who speak foreign languages and you get to interact with different people and go to church. Like just find a social thing to go to events around your place if they're free. Mostly there are so many free events, so just find things to do, fun things to do. We'll always find fun things to do to deal with loneliness. Go to the beach if there's a beach in your town. Go for walks, go to the park. Yeah.
Yes, I have. I am actually proud to say that I was able to make meaningful connections with other assistants as well as some of the French natives here. So yes, I have made friends.
Yes, I've made quite a couple of friends who are so nice. Like I met some of the awesomest people in the world. Like they've made my life and my experience quite memorable. Yeah, I made friends.
Yes, I have made friends. I'm so glad. At the beginning when I came, I was so worried about making friends. I remember when I used to talk to my sister, I'd just tell her, oh, Olive, I don't have any friends. It was a lot. At the beginning, I was at a dangerous place, very dangerous. The loneliness was hitting very hard, and then there was the cold, so there was just a lot of factors that were just playing around with my emotional health. So at the beginning, I never thought I'd make any friends, but I have made friends. I got to know a few other assistants who are living around here, but we had a few meetings together. Like we go meet for dinner or for lunch at someone's house or something. And then my colleagues, I have a pretty dope colleague. Her name is Nina. Okay, she's no longer my colleague. She's Hungarian. Oh my god, she is lovely. She is amazing. Another colleague of mine who speaks, but most of the people who I've actually known are not fully French. The people who I know who are fully French, I don't even think I can call them friends. I feel like they're more like family. And I know now you're just saying, what the hell? But that for me has been everything. Most of my friends actually are quite old like way older than me, way older than I am, and I wouldn't have had it any other way, because I feel like, yeah, they are so, I don't know, they're so much more caring and so much more loving. I don't know. Yeah. Another friend I've made is my French teacher. I call her my friend, but she's really my French teacher. But she's a nice friend of mine. She's way older than I am. She calls me to check up on me most of the time. Yeah, my prof référente made me join a badminton team, and through there I've met so many nice people, and they were still older.
Right person to speak about loneliness, because I honestly thrive in loneliness. But making friends is not that hard, because you're going to meet other language assistants with whom you can do different activities. You're going to make friends from work. If you engage in any sporting activity, I do swimming, so I go to meet people from the swimming pool. So it honestly depends on where you decide to hang out at, then you're able to make friends. But no, you're not going to make friends from walking around and stopping someone and be like, hi, do you want to be friends? No, that's not gonna happen. Doesn't even make sense. It's so weird. But honestly, maybe it can work. I don't know, it never worked for me. But yeah, that's basically it.
Friends. How easy was it to make friends? Well, I think as an assistant, it's quite easy to make friends. When you get here, you have the orientation forums, and that's the first time you meet other assistants from other countries. So normally you would exchange contacts and create WhatsApp groups and create Facebook groups to keep you in touch. So that's where you make your friends. Like if you're friendly enough, you'll make your first friends there. And then, okay, normally it's quite easy to make friends from other countries because automatically you meet other assistants. I think what's harder is making French friends, like making friends who are from here. It's quite, yeah, you have to try a little harder. And then, okay, for me, how I made friends from this place was I met them through my colleagues or other interns from my school who were in the university and were doing their internship at the college. So that's how I made friends from France. And then friends from other countries. Okay, but I met some friends in the most interesting ways. Like one of them was this friend of mine from Togo. So I ordered something on Amazon and he was the delivery guy. So when I went to pick my delivery, he was the one who brought it to me, and he was speaking in English. So I was like, yeah, that's so cool. And we talked, and yeah, he's a good friend. And then the other one was at Primark. I'd just gone to the counter and the other cashier was telling me something in French and I couldn't quite get it. So the next lady was English speaking. So she looked at me and she was like, are you from Kenya? Because you speak like a Kenyan. Okay, up to now, I still don't know how Kenyans speak, but it was so cool. That's how I met her. And afterwards, she introduced me to her other friends from African countries, from Rwanda, Burundi, and even her French friends. That was quite cool. Like they gave me the best experiences. I went to parties, I went out, we had so many experiences together. So yeah, I think it's okay. It's easy to make friends.
This one deserves a story. So I remember on my first day here, like when I had landed at CDG, I remember the earliest train, or rather the next train was going to be at I think 7 p.m. or I think it was supposed to be at 7 or 6 p.m. And then I remember my contact telling me that, oh, there is another assistant who has also arrived and she's going to take the same train as you. I'm going to give you her number. You can talk, blah, blah, meet up and come together. And that is how I met this girl. And I can tell you the trip from CDG to Saint-Etienne really solidified our friendship. And even after that, because I remember I arrived here on 25th and I was moving into my apartment on 2nd October. So the entire time I was actually staying with my contact, and it was me, her, and another assistant who came later. So that is how I actually did get to be her friend. And even despite making other friends with the assistants, she's the one person I can tell you that was my absolute favorite, just because I actually did get to know her much even more before even the program officially began. Yeah, so it felt very easy. Plus also the other assistants were really outgoing, so you would just randomly meet up, have beer, because that is all we used to drink. Yes, it was actually very easy to make friends, and I'm really, really grateful for that.
Friends. I don't know. When I came, I thought it would be so much easier to make friends. I thought I'd have like 50. You know, I think I fall into a category. Okay, let me not say I think. I know I am an extrovert, and you know, for us making friends is way easier. It's very easy. So me, when I came here, right now I'm going to have like how many friends, but I don't know. It's not that easy when you go to a new country and you don't know anyone, and there's really nothing you have in common. You know, if you look very closely at your friends, you realize that you made those friends, like for example through something you had in common, like a club, or friends you know in common, or your work or school or your childhood. You see, those are the things that make you get friends, you see. And here you come and you have nothing in common with nobody apart from now your colleagues at work. So that was, for me, that's the best place to start. Just find someone who you feel like, you know, you can be friends. Yeah. Yes. And the biggest barrier for me to making friends was the language. Oh my god, my language was so bad. Anyway, but the people who I'm saying are like family, really I think I should just mention her name. Her name is Chantal, and she just, you know, we were having conversations. I was speaking English, and she was speaking French, and wow, you guys, me, I could barely understand French. She didn't understand English. So you can imagine we're having imaginatory conversations. You know, you just explain, you struggle to explain until someone gets it. Yeah, but the other friends that I have speak English. Yeah, so if mostly French friends, I don't know how you're going to get French friends. Probably doing activities, joining different stuff. I feel like that's the best way to make friends here. Find an activity, go for dance classes, for example, or something.
I think at the top of the list has to be my contact prof. She was really kind. She was nice. She just did so much for me. And when I was feeling low and lonely, she would call me. She would take me for coffee. She would take me for walks. She would just make sure I was fine. So she is up there, like niye too. And then next are my colleagues. I got really close to my colleagues, and they were so kind and nice to me. They would check on me. They would pick me up to go to work. They would drop me home. They would invite me to their family events and just make sure I was not alone, you know. So my colleagues and my prof were everything. And not to forget my family at home and my friends from home, and also my friends here. Like, they made everything easy. I've had the easiest time because of my friends and family too. Yeah. And yeah, it would be really quite awkward if I didn't say that I prayed a lot. Yeah, because I pray a lot, so yeah, it really helped.
One, that friend that I had made was such a good support system. She was totally my type of friend. Like, she really got me. She had my dark humor. Yes, I do have dark humor, and she was so sarcastic in her own way, and that was so amazing to see that I could actually, blend with another person so nicely. So I really liked it. Yes, she was my support system. My contacts, I have never met someone who actually cared for me. It's probably her job, but it felt very genuine. Even her offering to, give me a place to stay just as I had gotten here and help me look for accommodation, give me the pros and cons. She was always there whenever I needed help, and I'm really grateful. I'm also, my support system was music. My goodness, I can't tell you the things music has done for me. And I should just go ahead and be like, oh, you know what, God did it for me. But you know what, God was always with me. So there, my friends as well, because I also do have another friend doing the program, and just getting to, speak about the challenges we're facing because she's in a different city, and seeing the differences, and even going to visit her and seeing just how different the country is, because we're literally in the same place doing the same thing, but the places we're living in are so different, and just having someone to share that experience with is something that I really, really appreciated. So those are my support systems. Of course, my parents, I literally couldn't have done this without them. So yeah, they really helped me a lot.
My support system during this time had to be, of course, my family at home. They used to call me every single day, like, okay, not every single day, every single week. My friends also from home have been such a blessing to me, just calling and asking me if I'm fine, if I'm doing okay. Yeah, those people have really helped me up. But I thought that would be enough, but trust me, a physical someone to be there, not physical, like someone you can see physically, I'm looking for the word, little actions that show affection, like hugs and everything that I thought was not essential in life until I arrived here, and that I knew I need people. So one big, really big support system that I had is, as I mentioned, the friends that have become family. I swear, without them, nothing. I don't think I'd have hacked, because they were there. They were just always there, and they were home. They were like home for me here. Yes, and if I didn't have that, I don't think I'd have survived this whole period in France. Yeah, because it does get lonely, especially with the cold. No one, I don't know, there's just something about the cold that just exaggerates everything, every single bad emotion. Yeah, so for me that has been, and of course my friends here. My friends here have been amazing. Yes. Then start with people from home. Shout out to Clark. Man, this person, I called you every single time I just needed someone to talk to, and I think that you have just been there 100%. 100. Clark has to come number one. Number two, my sister. Oh my god, Olive. I'm gonna cry. been there. You've been really, really there. A big, really, really big shout out to you. Shoko, Eileen. Everyone, my cousins in my DM, Sharon and Sheila. How do I forget to mention this? My dad, my mom, my family, of course. You know, you just held me together all through this. People who used to call me randomly, just in short, if you know you called me during this whole time or texted me, asked me how I'm doing, you held me together during this whole time. And lastly, Chantal. I thought she'd never watch this video, but Chantal, man, you've been my rock. Nina, oh my god, Halid, I don't know if you guys will ever watch this video. Yeah, Beata. God, I can't finish. But in short, if you've ever called me, texted me, had me come over to your place, just ask me how I'm doing and everything, shout out to you. Thank you. My prof referente, Karim, and all the teachers I've worked with have just been amazing. And my badminton team, I don't even think they'll ever watch this, but my badminton team is...
Okay, so special shout out to the following people who held me together. Natalie, Adeline, Sandrine. Thank you so much for being so kind to me. I love you all. And to my friends here, Pauline, Camille, Chloe, thank you. And my boyfriend, of course, he's been so supportive. And then my family and friends, my Kenyan friends, I would have mentioned, but there are too many. But you know yourselves. Thank you so much, girls. I love you and appreciate every little effort you put in to make my stay comfortable, and for calling and checking on me. Yep, thank you.
Of course, this one is for you, Anne-Marie, because yeah, she really helps me. Of course, my other friends from back home really helps me. Again, I'm going to just go ahead and say God. But yeah, but also like we have other Kenyan assistants who just also like seeing their experiences, because one thing that I came to understand is that our currency is actually very different from the currency here. So what is okay for the Americans and you know like assistants who use euros is not the same for us guys who use shillings. So you might think 2 euros is very little, but when you convert it's like 200 bob. Wow. Do you know how much you can do with 200 bob? You know, but I think right now I've gotten to the point where I already moved on from that notion of having to convert money, because that is what I did in the month of October. Now I don't even think about it. If something is €1, I'm like, oh, that's a very good deal. So it's really good to have these experiences. So my people who held it together, and just you know knowing the fact that you're in this situation together. Like you don't want to go to work, because I really don't like waking up in the morning. So just seeing that other assistants have the same complaints as you, like you're not the only one who is struggling with things. There are people who are struggling, people even had it worse, and just seeing that we actually do have the same problems actually made me feel a bit better, because I'm not crazy, you know. So yeah.
And we have come to the end of the video today. Oops. I don't think my earring wants us to finish this video in peace, but okay. So in short, watch out for the next episode 8. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you've liked this video. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Bisous.